Chinese are way too smart not to know that some cryptocurrency is going to become the world standard. I mean, this is a fact. The Pandora's box has been opened. You will never get close. You will never get altcoins back into that box, no matter how governments may complain, no matter how scary it may be for collecting taxes. The world is going to change. The Chinese know this. And the Chinese virtually are in control of Bitcoin now. So they are not going to kill their prodigal child, not the one that's going to bring them in the future great control and power in the world. So believe me, what China has done is added legitimacy. It's taken away much of the underbelly, the darkness, the Bitcoins on the dark web. This aspect which puts people off. So, in my opinion, I don't know why the price went from $1,100 to $770 something. It should have gone up by a factor of 2, and it will. The world will catch up. Everybody.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Crypto Chat here. Thank you for tuning in to another video. And today I wanted to talk about Antshares. Antshares has been getting a lot of attention lately, and I want to cover why is Antshares going up. So you just got done hearing from Mr. John McAfee, this guy right here, the guy that came up with McAfee antivirus software. He's the one that, is software for antivirus was the leading standard used around the world in all computer systems everywhere. He's a genius. He's very involved in Bitcoin. And like you said, China is invested in cryptocurrency. China's invested. So why is Antshares pumping? One, it's a Chinese company. 2, tremendous community support. I've said this many times in my top 5 altcoin for the future videos. Antshares has a tremendous community around it. All the people on different forums, all the people in different Slack and Discord and trading and Telegram groups really love Antshares. Everyone on YouTube, including myself, seems to love Antshares. And so I want to take a look at that and why. So I found an interesting STEEMIT article, What's Next for Ethereum and Before It's Too Late. And it just covers how Ethereum jumped up to $400 and now it's kind of about $200 and why that's happening. So one, it just accelerated too quickly. But one, the post-ICO startups are cashing out. So ICOs really hurt Ethereum, and it was very irritating. Certain ICOs, I think it was the week of the status ICO and another ICO, but I couldn't do anything with Ethereum. The entire blockchain was just so filled up. I couldn't access my Aragon, my Golem, my Ethereum Classic. I couldn't access any of my Ethereum tokens because so many people were accessing the Ethereum network to invest in these ICOs. That's a big reason why I don't really get into the ICOs too, because it's just such chaos. But anyway, so ICOs are cashing out, blah, 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 blah. But what is the solution to all this stuff? And also pump and dump ICOs, which is just, I could make up a website, a nice little website, a little money on marketing. I could have raked in a couple $1,000. You know what I mean? It's so easy to get money in the space right now, especially a couple months ago when people were just throwing money at anything because everything and anything was growing. So the solution is this is Antshares, and everyone says, why is NEO, I keep calling it Antshares, why is NEO going to be better than Ethereum? And there's several reasons why. So let's get into that right now. The main reason I see is that it supports multiple coding language. So Ethereum's coding language, according to Google here, is Solidity. It's some kind of JavaScript thing in a virtual machine. Basically, they can only use Solidity if you want to make any dApp in Ethereum. But if you're using NEO, you're not bound to Solidity. You can use any kind of programming language you want. So one, that is huge. That's amazing. That itself blows Ethereum out of the water. You can earn gas, which is similar to a masternode feature or staking feature. Government and corporate backing, Microsoft is partnered. If you go look at this, Microsoft to digitalize real-world assets. 2016, a year ago, guys, a year and a month ago. NEO rebrands, introducing a new smart economy. If you go look at this, China is, now this goes back to the MCAFEE thing, China is majorly experimenting in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space with NEO. So what I'm saying is that China's very behind cryptocurrency, as you heard John McAfee at the beginning of the video. So behind cryptocurrency. They understand this is going to be the future. And the Chinese, they want power. They're hardworking. They're determined. They are without fear. I mean, look at their country. Like and they're very hardworking people, and the government wants to have the world power. They want to be the world power. They want to usurp the United States as the world power, and because of that, uh, you know, they really see Bitcoin as that way to gain that edge, and they're ahead of Bitcoin in terms of blockchain and Bitcoin in the United States. As many of these products are being developed in the United States, but China is majorly experimenting with Neo. And if China fully backs Neo, you guys, this is the coin to own. I don't even care if you're going to buy it at $10. If everything works out and it truly is the next Ethereum, this coin will be hundreds of dollars. And Ethereum, who knows how high it'll go back up, even if that will happen. But what I'm saying is that if this really is what it seems to be, then it's going to go up drastically. So there's a smart contract platform, just like Ethereum, supports higher traffic. So that's one possibility of EOS. Everyone likes EOS because Dan Larimer is saying, yeah, it can support hundreds of trillions of transactions a second, thousands of trillion transactions a second, way better than Ethereum. Antshares is somewhat delivering on that promise as well. So Neo is an open source, I keep on saying Antshares. Neo is an open source cryptocurrency being developed on the on-chain, a company based in Shanghai. So only a few cryptocurrencies that support smart contracts. Many refer to Neo as the Chinese Ethereum. And yes, that's very, very true. I'll put a link to this article in the description, give the guy some credit, give him some steam power, upvote his shit. And I'll put a link to all the articles and the video of the John McAfee in the description as well, so you guys can check it out. But if you get, everyone on Neo, from 4chan to Bitcoin Talk to all these little investment groups, everybody loves Neo. And why are we seeing it going up so much? So if we go to Bittrex, for example, Bittrex, dude, Antshares, at the beginning of the day, I believe Antshares was, around here, around here actually. There it was. It was down here. It was about 320,000 satoshis, but we're almost at 4,000, and I suspect we'll get to 5,000. Look at that. It's already $11.13. Very insane. I'm holding my Antshares. Like I said, buy it around $5 to $6 range. It really doesn't go below $5 anymore. And this might be the last time. It could have another dip. I'm hoping for another dip so I can buy more. But if this really is the Chinese Ethereum, buy some at $10 even. This is a long-term hold. I think this is one of the long-term coins, and this has so much community support. And the coins that really make value are coins that have real-world problems and that solve things. For example, Bitcoin, it is a real-world. It's the proof of concept for blockchain, and it's everything. Everything in this industry is dependent on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the proof of concept, and it's a real-world. People are using this. Companies use this. This is being used. Dash has real-world applications. Ethereum has real-world applications. Half the things you see on CoinMarketCap.com right here, if we take a look at this, half of these things are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So what I'm saying is, look at Iona going ham. It was just 26 cents a couple days ago, and now it's at 40 cents, which is quite unbelievable. And Antshares, $11. Bitcoin Cash, going down. But anyway, what I was saying was that Ethereum, the reason it thrives so much is because we wouldn't see EOS, you know what I mean? You wouldn't see Golem, you wouldn't see Decred, you wouldn't see Aragon, you wouldn't see half of these things, because what I'm saying is that these coins need a real-life application. Steem has a possible real-life application if it really takes off, okay? Anything that has a real-life application is really going to fare well. And if Antshares really can do that and really can deliver on that, I see Antshares being just as successful as Ethereum, if not more successful as Ethereum, because technology is always changing. Before MySpace, there was Zanga. After MySpace, there's Facebook. There's always an evolution. And who knows, maybe one day something will replace Neo. But Neo, I believe, so this is the big news. So we will first need to upgrade all our non-consensus nodes, exchanges, blockchains, explorers, and other services. We're required to upgrade to Neo 2.0 on August 8th. So everyone is anticipating August 8th. So the price, I suspect, is going to go steadily up until August 8th. We might see a little dip. We might see a little profit taking there, or it might go up into the moon after that. I know a lot of people hate that expression. I'm going to try to stop saying that, but it's possible. So regular users cannot, but are required to update the new client. On the day of August 8th, we will upgrade consensus nodes of NEO, so those are like the master nodes. After all consensus nodes are updated, users who have not have updated, the new client will be prompted to do so starting the old Antshares client. And Antshares, so if you have NEO Antshares, blah, 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 in the exchange, you don't need to do anything, so that's great. So most of us have it in the exchange because the website is in Chinese and the wallet's kind of confusing to use for some people, but they're making a new wallet, they're making a new, a whole thing on that. They're making a new wallet. It's easy to use. It's going to be for Mac, Windows, and Linux. And if you want to find more information about this, I'm going to turn you over to Boxming. This guy's channel, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is one of the most valuable channels out there in terms of information in the cryptocurrency space. So definitely shout out to Boxming. But this video's got a lot of information, a lot of juicy news on Antshares as well. So that's why we're seeing the price of Antshares go up right now. And if you look, this article, the writer wrote, promising platform, Strat, EOS, and Lisk. So he's on the very same page as me because in my top 5 video, all of these coins and Antshares were in my top 5. They're 4 of my top 5. So I'll put a link to everything I covered in this video, all the articles, all the videos, everything. So you can take a look for yourself at Antshares. And this is really possible. You know, all the people in this Ethereum, it's either EOS or this that's really going to take off. And right now, Antshares has so much more traction. Antshares has so much more of a strong community. Antshares has like partners. You know, EOS does not have partnerships with governments and large corporations. Antshares has partnerships with the Chinese government, Microsoft, and the Chinese government is super bullish on Bitcoin. And as I've been talking, look, it's already at 3,900 or 3,900, 390,000 satoshis. It's already gone up since I've been making this video. And look at this pattern. Look at this short-term graph of 2 days, 3 days. Look at that. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable growth. Ever since August 1st, it was down at 25,000, and now just look at where it's at. So hold on to your Antshares. You know, just hodl. If you want to trade Antshares, go for it. You can see there are some dips here and there, but it's very risky. I wouldn't do that because you just don't know if you sell if it's going to go down, and it could just start flying up to the moon. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Was Antshares video day. It's what we really wanted to cover. Thank you guys for tuning in for my videos. I really appreciate it. And you guys just stay real out there, man. Stay real. Stay real. Well, I'm going to try to make a video on. I'm going to try to make a new series where I just go over I keep on calling it Antshares. God, I'm going to make a new series, guys, where I just cover a coin. So today I covered Antshares. This is not really part of that series, but I'm just going to go and cover coins and just tell you everything you need to know about them. And this is kind of a little lazy version of that, but I'm just taking one last look here at the graphs of Antshares, and we had that huge run-up in June that we all know about. So congratulations to any of you guys that bought down here, you know, when it was below $1, or when it was like about $1. So good for you guys. Really, really good for you guys. But we're almost at the all-time high, if not past the all-time high. Let's see the all-time high. So all-time high was 1170. So we're almost at the all-time high. We could see a dip down from that, but who really knows? But anyways, right now, guys, I and many others are very bullish on Antshares right now. I really recommend that. This is not financial advice, but I really recommend investing your money in Antshares over any other cryptocurrency, especially if you could have bought it low when it was $5 or $6. You know, keep it on at the price. If you still want to get in, you could probably buy for $7 and be relatively safe. Who knows if it'll go back to $7? So this is all very risky, but to everyone that's in Antshares, I'm assuming a lot of people are because it's just been talked about so much and been promoted so much. Good luck to all of you guys, because Antshares, I hope it takes us to the moon. It has a promising future, and I'll give you guys updates along as the Antshares project goes. But anyway, I'll cut this video. It's gone on far too long. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, a like, subscribe, anything. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck in your crypto trading, and I'm signing out. Peace.